Huge shout out to Aniba for sponsoring this video. Stick around to see how you can save on games, gift cards, and more. We need to talk about Miari Zo. Miari Zo, however the heck you're supposed to say it. Before we do though, I have to let you know this is a rant video. It's just going to be me talking and her trailer playing in the background because I'm a lazy bum. I haven't truly given my thoughts about her, except for when I did my react video, but that was kind of just it, right? You react in the moment and then you have time to think about it and you're like, okay, let's see. So let's talk about my thoughts at least. Because I have thoughts. Now, mind you, I have seen some of the thoughts of the community. It seems pretty split, but more so on the side of people liking her. They like that she is new. She doesn't have really anything taken from anybody else, not a copy and paste character. She's her own thing, her own identity. I've have issues, though. While I do think that is a good thing, a very good thing, I would obviously much prefer that rather than just, you know, hey, she has some moves from these other characters that you'll like, and we added a few new things, you're just sprinkling in it. That's not really what you want. You want something brand new, which is what we got. I have already expressed kind of the sadness that I have, that she does have ogre's moves, or ogre's, I don't know, just the connection that she has to him, because it means that we probably won't get my boy back, and that makes me a bit sad. But I want to talk about her, okay? She is... She brings a certain, I don't know how to say it, okay? I can't complain about the, what would be the word? The extra, there's a certain word for it, but the anime-ness of Tekken, it has just gotten more and more so over the years, and I feel like anytime you try to complain about that, people are like, oh, Tekken's always been like this with bears and the devils, and it's like, yeah, but there was just, you know, those few things that made those characters unique. Brother, what are we at now? Like, just watching her trailer, it's like, okay, I feel like we're going further and further into it with, you know, we had Clive earlier, and I wasn't too happy about that, not only because I don't know who Clive is, which I don't think is fair to Clive's fans. Just because I don't know who he is doesn't mean that he's a bad character to add, but is just like, what are we doing here? I do feel like Tekken is losing its identity. You know, a lot of people praise Tekken 4 for being so grounded, and that's what made it stand out. It's what made it cool. But unfortunately, the sales said, no, this isn't what people want. And so they said, all right, let's go in the opposite direction. Now, I don't hate where Tekken is with its anime-ness. I'm just going to use that term. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what other word to use. I'm going to silence my phone. I don't mind it, personally. Like, if you watched me play through the story, I stickin' loved it. I know how cheesy it is. I know how dumb it can be at times, but I had a blast. And would I change it? I think it would be cool. Now that, spoiler alert, now that Kazuya and Jin don't have the devil gene, so to speak, it would be cool if the game was more grounded. I think that'd be neat. An entire tone shift for Tekken 9, if you want to think that we're, you know, gonna get a Tekken 9 depending on how well 8 does. I think that'd be awesome. You know, and then you only have, again, spoiler alert, I'm sorry, please, if you haven't played the story, play it. If you don't care, then I'm just gonna keep going. Now that we have Reina confirmed to have her devil gene, it would be cool if she was really the only supernatural being in the game, because that would make her so much more of a threat. You know, what does this have to do with Miari Zo? Well, with her joining the series, and I'm sure that she won't just be a one-off character. That is to say, it's still a possibility. Think about Lucky Chloe, you know? Thank God she's not back. But if Miari Zo is a reoccurring character, that could set up an interesting dynamic between her and Reina. You know, you have the fighting god, spirit, so to speak, reincarnated in Miari Zo, and you have the devil gene still in Reina. So it's like, okay, that could be interesting to see them clash. Now, they have to have a special intro, please. Now, my issue is just that. I think that we're straying so far. Also, can we just talk rage arts real quick? Why is every DLC character's, quote me on this, brother, okay? Every DLC character's rage art is a domain expansion. It's funny, I was watching Lil Majin's reaction to her, and even he said it, like, it is now a term synonymous, if that's the right word, with Tekken rage arts, domain expansion, because it is with every single DLC. I prefer it when they're not. Call me weird. I would be interested. Please tell me what you think. Do you prefer the domain expansions? It looks cool, but it's like, why? Why is it the thing? Why is this character able to do this? Hey, Hachis, yeah, it looks freaking sick, dude. But why? Why is this a thing? As opposed to them just, you know, the camera pans, it goes into the animation, they do a cool move, boom, you're right back in the fight. It's like, okay, at least that has some sense of realism. But when they just, all of a sudden, Eddie's got 4 of his bros dancing around playing instruments, like, what's going on here? You know, it just, and they've done it with every single DLC character, right? Let's think. Eddie, yes. Lydia, yes, she takes you to stinking heaven. You got Heihachi, yes, and then Clive, of course, right? Season 2, Anna, helicopter comes in and shoots you. Like, why does she need a domain expansion for that? And then you've got Fakumram, who, I don't know, you go to like a mountain or something and he shocks you with his electricity kick. And now Armor King. His didn't need a domain expansion. I don't know, bro. We're getting off topic, but it all goes down to Miari Zo. She has a Did she have a domain expansion? Let me think. Hold on. Let me pull up her trailer real quick. I know it's playing in the background, but I don't see it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. We're taking a pause. Yeah, it's ad time. That's right. The very first ad, actual sponsored ad on the channel. Kind of wild. If you want to skip it, of course, completely up to you, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't. This is kind of a big moment for me. But without further ado, Aniba. If you haven't heard about it, what are you, living under a dojo? It's a Jinpachi reference. Aniba.com is a rapidly growing digital marketplace for gamers, offering a vast selection of products across various platforms, including PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Their inventory includes digital game keys, gift cards, in-game currencies, and software, all available at competitive prices. You might ask yourself, how much stuff can I get here? Well, not only do they have 10,000, not 20,000, not 30,000, but over 40,000 digital products. And it's continually expanding. Aniba offers the hottest deals on any title, old or new, from AAA titles to indie games, and we all know indie games are just popping off right now. Wink wink, Silk Song. Also, no need to worry, because Aniba prioritizes customer satisfaction by offering 24/7 live support. Say you want to get Minecraft, you go to the Microsoft store, it's like $30. You go to Aniba, boom, 11, baby. And when you do eventually find what you want, all you gotta do is make a few simple clicks, bada bing, bada boom, it's yours. So from now on, whenever there's a game you want to get, check Aniba.com first, because let's be real. Who doesn't want to save money, especially in this economy? If you're interested and you want to head there right now and you want to help your boy out, click my personal link down in the description below. It would be really, really appreciated. But without further ado, back to the video. Okay, so sorry, I know that was a stupid, like, cut, but I had to double check. The reason I was confused is because she technically does have a domain expansion, but it didn't look like it because her domain expansion is her launching you into the atmosphere and you see, like, the entire continent of Madagascar. And I guess I didn't read that as a domain expansion technically because the stage that they're playing in currently was her stage. But yes, it is a domain expansion, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't get it. But that's like the least of my problems with her, okay? Her having just, brother, her being able to tap into Ogre's power, okay, I get that. Yeah, sure, it's cool. We all knew it was kind of coming, right? It's neat. Making just full-on constructs, her staff is probably the biggest gripe that I have. What? Clive, okay, yeah, he's got a sword. But then, yeah, he whips stuff out from the ether, and it makes sense for his lore, I suppose, but I don't think that makes it okay for Tekken, a hand-to-hand fighting game. But now in this game, I guess it just feels like more and more characters have their own gimmick. They have their own special power they're able to tap into. Call me salty, I guess, because my boy Huarang doesn't. What is this? How is this fair? So, yeah, all the haters are going to be in the chat. Oh, you're a Huawei main, shut up. No, you shut up, okay? I can say what I want. It's my video. Get out of here. But, not really. Please, continue watching. But, it's just like her staff being able to just whip it out. No, that didn't... Also, the stuff she's doing on her staff is crazy. Okay, I do not condone, but wow. Alright, I see you, Harada. The things that she's able to just pull out and make basically anything, the snake hands, the wings, the unicorn horn, just the freeze frame of the last bit of her rage art is crazy. Just before the explosion is wild. She is on her staff with a lemur tail. I think she has wings. I don't remember. Obviously, it's playing behind me again, but I'm not looking at it. And then unicorn horn. First off, why? Does this give you a power-up? Is this your true form? Like, not only is she a furry, she's taking it to the next level. Like, she's gone beyond plus ultra. I don't understand, but it's whatever. I think, yeah, if you wanted to have 5 through 8 be like this, it's like, okay, but now that the Mishima saga is over, we're not bringing dead old men back from the grave. That's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. We had Heihachi's father, and now Heihachi Yeah, nobody's dying. Nobody's dying. But you know, now that the Mishima saga is technically over, it's like let's go a different direction. Yeah, let's have Reina and Miari be the only two characters who have the supernatural powers, and that makes them either a threat or a very valuable ally. And you have the other characters, the staple characters, like, bro, I could go on a whole video. I've actually already done one talking about what I would love to see Tekken 9 be, just the story. There is so much that they could do that they're setting up, and now even more with Miari Zo. But if they're not going to do that, and they're just going to keep going in this direction, I don't know. It kind of pains me. I watched her trailer, and if you saw my reaction, I was just kind of done. I was like, dang, this is it? This is what we're doing? It's just, I don't know. It was cool when they took a character, they gave them lore, they made them, and they were like, they use this fighting style because of where they're from and because of their life experiences. And now, we've got this. I don't know. This is just how I feel about it. I wanted to just make a video, my raw thoughts on the character. Conclusion, do I hate her? No. Am I going to play her? Of course. Am I going to play her for long? Probably not. Do I wish that there was more to her, that she was something more than just, I don't know. She feels like such an out there character like Noctis and Clive, not a, okay, this is a Tekken character. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. Am I the only one who feels like this? Like, I know some people in the comments will literally, all they'll take from this video is just, oh, here goes Mike complaining again like every other Tekken YouTuber. Again, I don't complain a lot, and I'm not really, I would like to think I'm not complaining, just kind of giving my point of view. I'm not just whining and being like, oh, this is just how I feel about it, you know? But that's just me. So, let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I know a bit of a different video today, literally just me talking on and on. But I think it's important, you know? I like to get, you know, my point of view out there, and I like to hear you guys' point of view. Sometimes it takes me a while to get to the comments, but I get there. I get there. It might be a month or two later, and you'll see MadMike has liked your comment. Hey, I'm a busy guy, okay? Next up, I need to do a video regarding Armor King, because I do have some thoughts about him. I've been able to mess around with him on stream. Made a few customizations. He's cool. He's really, really cool. But I do have some thoughts, so be on the lookout for that video. Sorry this one in particular has taken so long, but we had our first ever sponsor on the channel. I've been doing this for 4 years, and we have an official sponsor. So shout out to Aniba for sponsoring this video. It feels so weird to say that, but I appreciate it. As always, if you'd like to talk to me personally, feel free to join Discord. That link is down in the description below. Until next time, you'll see me later. God bless, and never forget to stay mad. Peace.